Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a full color palette makeup tutorial. And in my head, this might work, might not. So basically, you know, the default colors for fall for like fashion are like a dark aqua, like cream, mustard yellow, kind of a burnt orange, brown, and burgundy, and like navy blue. And of course black. So today I'm going to try and make a makeup look that does all of those colors at once. Will it look good together? To be determined, but we're gonna try. So I have a couple different palettes laid out here. I have some different products, and we're just gonna experiment and play. So I'm going to start with a new primer I got. It's the Revolution Pore Blur Primer. I haven't used this ever. It's kind of like a pinky shade from Makeup Revolution. I'm just taking a little bit of this. It feels like, can I think of it? It's the one with the Professional. Oh my gosh. Which I love, which a lot of people have said is like not a good product. I think it's a good product. I don't know why everyone hates it all of a sudden. But yeah, so we're gonna do all of these colors together and see if they work. I just had this idea and I thought, hey, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well. We have that on. I'm thinking skin first. Now, last time I did this, I concealed first, especially on like these little breakouts I have. And then I did it again on top and it looked a lot better. So we're gonna do that again today and see how we feel about it. These are the Real Techniques sponges. For some foundation, I'm gonna try a different foundation technique too. I'm gonna put a little bit on with the Conceal and Define foundation. I'm not doing it all over like I normally do. I'm gonna do it in kind of certain spots, blending with the flat side of my sponge without really moving it around too much. Or just blending it out. Now certain places we're gonna want, of course, like on the nose and stuff where I'm not gonna use liquid contour, but like in the middle of the forehead, I'm just gonna blend it so it stays around the middle, the liquid contour. Lay this out where you normally would. This is the NYX liquid contour, by the way. Brush or a sponge or whatever you want to use and start blending it all around that foundation. So like on the forehead, we would just take it to the edge of the foundation and blend it all around. For the cheeks. So I've blended a lot since what you saw, obviously, because I don't have big brown stripes down my face. So you can see we've contoured all around and it kind of gives you that Instagram-y like framed face here. So I just keep going back and forth between my foundation sponge, which I didn't put any more product on. I'm just using what's left on it to blend the seams of my face where it's a little bit dark and places that I want even more highlighted. That's where we take our concealer, just dot a little bit here and go along the jaw where it's a little dark from the liquid contour. All out. A little bit of bronzer on just to create that blend of everything. So I'm just going in with my Physicians Formula Nude Wear, taking the two lightest colors and just dusting this around the edges of my forehead, which will help blend everything. Over the cheeks just a bit. Can go on the sides of the nose. and just make sure everything's nice and smooth now. So I did my brows off camera, and I made them a little bit redder because I did change my hair. It is a lot more red toned now. So I think I'm gonna start with the yellow, and I'm gonna go into Oh Behave from the Honey palette from ColourPop. I think this is probably the quintessential mustardy yellow I think of. So we're gonna start by using this as a transition color up in the crease, because I tend not to look great in yellow. So using this as my transition color I think is going to be my best bet, even though it is a deeper shade of yellow. I'm just taking a fluffy brush and going in little circles, working this in. Are done with the mustardy kind of yellow. I'm gonna go into my Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette and go into the cream color Crepe on the same brush, and this is going to highlight under our eyebrows and help us blend that transition color so it's not so harsh on the edges. So again, just using little circular motions to work in the color and blend it out. Moving on, I think I want to do the orange next. So I'm going into the Orange You Glad palette right here, and we're gonna use the color You Peel Me, which is this kind of like dark burnt orange. I'm going to use a crease brush from e.l.f. and we're just gonna start by dotting this into the crease. I don't think I've ever used this color other than to swatch, so I don't know how bright the color payoff's gonna be when I actually apply it to the lid. It looks to be about the color I'm going for. I take that brush I used before with the yellow and the cream and blend this color. I'm going into Eggplant from my Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette, but any plum kind of color will do, and I'm just using a flat brush, and we're just gonna pack this on the lid. So it's gonna kind of have a dark sunset effect. And make sure you blend the seam between the purple and the orange, or else it can get really muddy. So don't overblend, but don't underblend either, because then you have that weird stripe. For the teal color, which is probably the hardest to incorporate, but I'm going into the Mar palette from ColourPop. I'm going in with Gridlock, which is this deep sparkly aqua color, because this is really more of the fall color than this light teal. And we're gonna pop that in the inner corner for just a little bit of like turquoise. I'm gonna do it with my finger because it doesn't want to come off the pan on the brush. There we go. So just take your finger, tap that in place. It's a little bit more bold than I wanted, so we'll just clean that up with a sponge. For the brown shade, I'm going to take a little bit of this pencil from Marcel, and it's just a brown eye pencil. And we're going to tight line with this. So now that we have tight lined, I'm going into this dark navy color from my Lorac palette on a smudger brush and just blend the brown all the way across with the blue to the teal. Now, our last color from this palette to incorporate is red, like your burgundy dark reds. So of course we're gonna go in with that on the cheeks and lips. But before we do that, we're gonna go in with some eyeliner. I just have my regular gel eyeliner from NYX. I'm putting this on a liner brush. And then I'm going to pop on some false lashes as well as the Lash Paradise mascara. So I'm gonna do all that off camera because I cannot talk while I do it. And then we'll be back to finish off with the burgundy. So I changed my mind, no lashes, because the liner and the mascara made everything pretty heavy on top. And like it's still really intense and you can still see the purple. I don't want to block that out in any way. So now it's time to go in with the red, the burgundy, the whatever you want to call it. And I'm going in with a dark red blush on a blush brush. This one's from ColourPop. And we're just going to sweep this over the cheeks. And I'm just blending it vigorously because we don't want it to be too bright. And with ColourPop blush, of course, you have to blend with your fingers a little bit. And for the lips, I'm going in with Cherry Skies from NYX, which is a deep red color. It's one of the matte liquid suedes. So we're gonna put this on. You can see, very bold, bright lip. And I'm going to go fix my hair up a little bit so you can see this as a real finished product. But first, I'm going to try out this Conceal and Define Infinite Mattifying Lawnmower Makeup Setting Spray from Revolution. And this is 16-hour wear, supposedly. So, oh, that has a nice like skincare scent. Okay, so I'm going to go do the hair, and then you'll see this dry down and you'll see it all together. So this is the finished look. I just put on this little like headscarf I have. And everyone's wearing their like bandanas and stuff like this now, where it just kind of flops over the back and your hair comes out. And I really like the way it looks. I've actually never worn my hair like this. I think this one's just a little big, so maybe I would need to like fold it up a little bit more in the front and then pull the back out. I don't know, but I like the color with this look. I think it kind of gives that fall kind of sage green in there too. So if you guys like this look, let me know it down below. Leave me a like or a comment, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.